welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing the baby name tag, and I've been tagged to do this by the very lovely Louise Pentlin, so I will link her video down below. Definitely go and check out her channel. She is pregnant with her second little girl and she had some great name ideas. And I was also tagged to do this by Ursula Rose, so I will link her channel and video down below as well. But I'm going to get straight into it because there's quite a few questions, and then at the end I'm going to tag 3 or 4 other YouTubers that I would love to see their name ideas. So the first question is, what are your favorite boy and girl names in the UK Top 100 Names List 2015? So that is very specific, but I got that list on Google and I've had a look through. My name was actually number 4, so that's quite cool. But my favorite girl's name on the whole list is Willow. That was number 51. I really like the name Willow. I think it's a little bit different and unique. I was actually surprised it was on the top 100, but I've always really liked that name. That's a really cool name. And then for boys, 2 of my sons' names were on the top 100 as well. Caleb was number 93 and Jackson was number 100. But if I wasn't going to choose my own children's names, I also really liked Jude, which was number 58. Yeah, Jude was nearly Caleb's name because he was actually born on the night of Storm Jude, so I thought it would have been a really nice link. And actually Caleb's personality, he is like a storm, so I kind of wish that I had chosen that name. The next question is, what are my least favorite names on that list? So I had a good look through and I like most names. One name that stood out to me that was actually on our list to have, but then my husband Matt ruined it. He has this habit of taking a name and thinking of every possible nickname until it's like ruined. So I loved the name Isabella. That is number 7 on the list. But because our surname is Norris, Matt used to say Isabella, Isabella Norris, Isabella N, and then he was like Isabel End. So I could never have that name now, but I really like that name. And for boys, number 91 was a name that I thought I probably wouldn't use. It was the name Ibrahim, and I've actually not really heard that much, but it's in the top 100. But I can't imagine having a little baby like Ibrahim. Ibrahim? I'm not even sure how to say it. The next question is a question about twins, and what would I name twins if they were girl girl, boy boy, or boy girl? So if I had 2 little twin girls, I would name them Luella and Lucy, and then they would be Lulu. I've always loved the name Luella. That has been like my top girl's name for so long. And I really like the name Lucy as well, but I like it spelt Lucie, which is the way they write it in the Peter Rabbit books. I just like the way it looks written. So yeah, I'd have Luella and Lucy. For boy, this is kind of a bit of a joke, but I would have Brody and Bodie. I like both of those names. I think it would be a bit ridiculous if you actually had twins called that, because it would be so confusing. But I really like the name Brody and I really like the name Bodie, so I thought that would be quite funny. And then if I had boy-girl twins, my eldest is called Fraser, and when we were pregnant with him, for a boy we liked Fraser and for a girl we liked Freya. So I was thinking we'd name them Fraser and Freya. Question number 4, if I could change my name to anything, what would it be? So funny story, when I was born, for a short time, I was actually Jennifer, and I think I could totally pull off being like a Jenny. So I like the name Jenny, and I actually was that for a bit. But I also love the girl's name Miller, and I think if I was called Miller, I would be way cooler than I actually am now. The next question is, you have 4 children. They can be any gender, but their names all have to start with the same letter. So I'm gonna go with 4 boys because I make boys, and I'm gonna go with the letter J, and I actually already have a Jackson, and I really like J names. I had loads of J names on our lists, so I'm gonna have James, Jesse, Jude, and Jago. So yeah, I've always liked the name Jago. I know it's a bit different, but I love that name. The next question is, what is my favorite animal-inspired name? So I'm gonna go with Bear. I like Bear or Fox. I think they're really cute names for a little boy. And then the next question is, what is my favorite color-inspired name? So this was a really easy question for me. I really like the name Gray for a boy. We actually went one day to this big stately home in England. It's called Audley End House, and in there it's all like historical, and you can see who used to actually live there. And they had 9 children. And on the wall in the nursery, there were pictures of each of the children, and the youngest was called Gray, and it was just really cute. And I thought, oh, if I ever had another boy, I really like the name Gray. The next question is, what are my top 3 boys' names? So I actually have 3 boys, so it's Fraser, Caleb, and Jackson. If I wasn't gonna go with the names that I already have and have chosen, I've always liked the name James, I've always liked Chase, and also Cody as well. And same goes for girls. What are my top 3 girls' names? I feel like I've already said so many names, so I'm gonna repeat a couple. But it's gotta be Luella. I also love the name Lani. That's one of my childhood friends' names, and it's a really sweet name. And I like the name Hallie as well, but I would spell it like Halle Berry does. Next question is, what is my favorite celebrity baby name? So for this, I chose Kingston Rossdale, which is Gavin Rossdale and Gwen Stefani's first son. They named him Kingston after the capital of Jamaica, and I like people that are named after places. We actually named my eldest son Fraser after Fraser Island in Australia because we went there and we loved it. So yeah, I like that they named him Kingston after a place that they like as well. And the next question is, what is my favorite guilty pleasure name? So I don't really know what that means, but I'm gonna go with like a little bit different names. So my top like sort of out there name, it's not even really out there, but I really like the name Hero for a girl. I think a little hero would be a lovely name to have. And I really like the name Wilder for a boy. My husband wasn't sure about that name, but I think a little Wilder would be like this little adventurer, so I really like that name. My next question is, what are my most hated names? So hate is a pretty strong word. I don't think there's any names I'm like, I hate that name. There's some names that I sometimes think, oh, it doesn't really suit a baby, or that doesn't really suit an adult. But no, I don't really hate any names. I'm gonna skip that one if that's all right. The next question is, what are my favorite names that are food or drink inspired? So when I read that, I thought, God, I have no idea. And then when I started to think about it, there are actually loads of names that I like that are like food inspired. So I really like the name Coco. I think that's a really cute name. And I really like the name Brie for a girl. And my sister, she was actually in 2 minds about naming her daughter Saffron, which I really liked as well. And the next question is, what would be my favorite month baby name? So I do like when people include that in the name. I think it's really sweet. So like if your baby's born in May and you could have May as the middle name. So I'm gonna say May, or I also quite like the name October. The next question is, what is my favorite baby name from a movie? So I've got a few here. I think I'm cheating by doing so many, but I love Noah from The Notebook. I reckon that's probably why that name is so popular now, because he's obviously so lovely. I like Forrest as well from Forrest Gump. And we actually have friends that named their little girl Nala out of The Lion King, and I think that's such a nice name. It's like a really sweet, very pretty name, so I really like that as well. And the last question is to choose a name that is already in your family. So I'm going to choose my sister's names for her children. I really like the name she chose. She has a son called Saxon, which I think is unique and really, really cool. And she also has a daughter called Ren. So I like both of those names. I think they're really, really nice. Right, so that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And now I'm going to tag some of my favorite mummy YouTubers to do the tag as well, if they would like to. So I'm gonna tag Jess AV. I love her. She is the nicest person in real life. She has just got the kindest heart. She's such a lovely, lovely lady. So I will link her channel down below. I'm also gonna tag Lucy Jessica Carter. Whenever I say her name, I want to say Sarah Jessica Parker. It always makes me think of that. But she has a great YouTube channel, and she is also a mum of boys, so I would love to hear your names as well. I'm also gonna tag Kate Monan, aka Dolly Bobo. Again, she has 2 boys. I would love to hear her names as well. And another channel that I've been loving at the moment is Joanna from The Nesting Story. So I'm gonna tag her in this as well if you feel like doing it. She actually has 4 children. So she may have run out of names, but I would love to hear what your names are as well. I'll also link 2 other baby name videos that I've done in the description, so if you want further baby name inspiration, feel free to go and check those out. And finally, I just want to give a shout out to another YouTuber called SJ Strum. She does a video every Monday called Baby Name Monday, and I am obsessed with watching them. She knows so much about baby names, it's crazy. So if you are pregnant or you're looking for inspiration, definitely go and check out her channel because I have been loving her Baby Name Mondays. So yeah, there's gonna be lots of links down there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!